Welcome, guys. You guys wanted me to show you guys some barriers, and I'm going to show you do's and don'ts. This is my pavement ant colony. They're kind of new, so this will be easy to show. Okay, you see the barrier, how it's thin right here? That's not okay. You want to kind of have it thick where it looks like this. You don't want patches. You always want to check your barrier because, see, I haven't checked it in 2 days and it's been kind of moist, and my kids like to put their hands in here. So if you have children, make sure that you watch out for them. You always want to make sure your barrier is good at all times. Only in the moist time you'll have to do it. If you live in moist areas, in states that actually rain a lot, you might want to do your barrier once every 3 days. Go add a new on. I'm going to show you how to set up a fresh barrier, clean barrier. Okay, you do by adding baby powder inside. Depending on your tank, you don't have to use a lot, but I would. If you have like a 60-gallon like this, see my ant setup, I have my Phodoli colony. These guys are in here right now. They haven't been out today. This is my Wastelander colony, my Panera colony. They're not really active as much because I have to keep them kind of dark. They're kind of too much in the light as is right now. But what you want to do when you're doing the paste, you want it to look pasty. I use common baby powder from Myers. I use 91% alcohol. I don't recommend using anything under 90 because they try to get out. It doesn't really stop them. This is really strong. It's good. You can smell it when you pour it in. It's kind of strong, that strong. You see, you put it in like that. I gotta find where my stirrer went. Okay. As you're stirring this, you're gonna want to make sure that it's paste-like. You don't want it to be thin. You don't want it to be too thick. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. I'll just do it with my finger. You see how it's starting to turn pasty over here? And the water's leaking over this way? Yeah, give me 1 second. Here's my paste. I use this knife to stir. It's good. It keeps the gunk from the bottom. I might need, yeah. If you notice that it's not thickening, don't be ashamed to add a little bit more. Just a little cup of squeeze. You see how now it's forming, it's thickening in there? See how it's thick? And how it looks like paste now? You just make sure you get it all the way through, all the way around, real thick. As long as it's pasty, you're good. Okay. Some people wipe their barriers down. I think when you do that, you have to give it a lot more time to dry. But if you have a colony bigger than 100, that's a bad idea trying to wipe that off. Just dip this in. See how it's a little thick on there? Then you apply it. You rub back and forth. And never be ashamed of putting if it's thick on there. It happens. Make sure when you're getting these areas right here, these corners, to put it real thick, because they can climb this silicone and they will get out. It's always better to use a fresh new one for each side. I do on all sides. But so you get a real look of what it looks like, at the end, I'll show you what see the paste, how it's all thick. It looks like glue. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that type of texture where it looks like glue that you go get for your kids or your parents buy you for school. See how it's a little thin right there? I didn't get enough paste. You want to go back in and get some more paste. The cool thing about this is it actually works. I've actually had my colony in here for 3-4 weeks now. Not one escape. I just had to wipe some of that off. See, I got the PM on the side of it. So when I have people actually looking inside, they actually know what they are. I caught this colony outside by a pool. Yeah, this stuff's starting to thicken up. If it does thicken it up, just a little squirt. Just a little squirt. And then redo it again. So your stuff still stays thick. You want it to still keep going around in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're like to take time and make sure your stuff's correct, this stuff does dry up really fast. And that's my video. Hopefully you guys liked it. That's what it should look like. Depending on the size of your colony, I usually do it 2 to 3 inches from the black trim. Make sure when you do get a colony, you watch them try to run up the glass. If you notice that they're making it this far up, you didn't do the powder right. You didn't get it pasty enough. I usually put a half a cup of each inside of a normal cup of this, of both. I put like a little bit of, I put one half of a cup. Like, I'll show you. Like if you have a measuring cup, you want it to be right here on your measuring cups. Both. If you put both like that, you should have the right amount. But if you have a bigger gallon like mine, do 2/3 of a cup. It'll cover the whole 60 gallon. Me, I didn't need it. I have fish, turtles. I have a catfish over there in the skull. I call him Fat Daddy because all he does is eat and sleep. You barely see him. Hopefully you guys subscribe, and I'll show more updates and cool things on setting up my tanks and new barriers to keep your stuff safe. Have a good day. Hopefully you subscribe and hit the like button.